Hello everybody, welcome to my 3 paint challenge. Pretty much the same thing as the 3 marker challenge, only with acrylic paint. Today I am using acrylic paint from Liquitex. They're the Liquitex Basics kind. Some aquarelle watercolor paper, and that's pretty much it. I'm using Hooker's Green Hue Permanent, cadmium red deep hue, and yellow oxide / ochre. I came up with this idea sort of while I was at my college working on a art collective mural thing, and I had already worked on it and I had brought my sketchbook and I had my paints, so I pretty much figured, may as well paint my sketchbook, because that's one of my new favorite things to do, because the paper in my sketchbook, my mystery sketchbook, I don't know where I got it from, it takes it like a boss. So I love painting in my sketchbook. It is so much fun, I love it, and it's, I don't know, I'm trying to put more color into my sketchbook toward the end to make it cool looking. Anyway, I came up with this little cactus family idea, as you saw in my sketchbook in the beginning of the video, and it was just like a little doodle. I didn't sketch it out, I didn't really plan it like I'm doing here. It's literally just freehand. I'm not even planning it out first, I'm just sort of plopping stuff in and hoping it looks good. This is inspired by, let's see if I can pronounce this, Iravel on YouTube. I'm assuming they have amazing watercolor illustrations, and I love how layered they look, and I love how sometimes they'll mask them out and have little things pop through, and you know, you'll see what I mean when I get to the end of the video. I'll explain it again, but they did a cactus piece, and I really loved it. I loved it so much. It was so cute, and I could not wait to try it myself, and that was just sort of, I think that was just in the back of my subconscious, in the back of my mind, whatever, when I was doing this, because I've also been sort of obsessed with cacti and succulents lately, because I started having my own. I have an Echeveria succulent named Princess Herbie, and I just propagated my succulent I got with Darby whenever her and I went to the botanical center. I'll put that video in the description. It was super fun, and I haven't even named that one yet because it's still propagated. I just threw away the stem and the top because those two didn't end up making it. They were still alive, but they just weren't progressing at all like the leaves are. And I have 10 leaves, and all of them have roots. Almost all of them have a baby succulent growing already. So I've been super obsessed with succulents and stuff lately. So that is why I also decided I wanted to do this, because it's something I'm really into. And I apologize for the camera quality. It makes me so mad. I paid for this camera because I wanted the LCD screen? The flip out screen, whatever. I wanted the flip out screen, and it gave me more time per recording session to record with, because my original camera, my first one, they're both Nikon Coolpix. My first one is a Nikon Coolpix S4300, and it only let me, for some reason, record at 8 minutes and 11 seconds at a time. And it doesn't have a flip out screen, but the camera quality was amazing. I love it. And my new camera that I have is a Nikon Coolpix S6900, and it does this silly little wavy thing whenever I have the lighting a certain way, and I don't see it while I'm recording. If I put it in real time, it barely shows up real time, but then I speed it up and it's like this big wavy blah thing. So I don't know. I've found a way to sort of minimize it, but for this video the acrylic was just really dark, and I didn't know for sure how it was going to show up on camera, so I tried putting my lighting directly on my piece, and I probably shouldn't have done that because now this video looks like this. And I could have recorded it again since this whole piece only took me an hour to make. So you can definitely tell how fast I am with acrylics compared to watercolors. But yeah, I apologize for the camera quality. Next time, if I do another one of these, I will have the lighting very much different. I only have one light, so that's all I have to work with, and I have no extra money at the moment to go buy literally anything. So, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to do this. I only used 3 colors in my sketchbook, and I was really proud of myself for only using 3 colors. So I figured why not make it a challenge for YouTube. I've noticed that the acrylic part of the art side of YouTube, I guess, is very lacking. There's not that much for acrylics, and if there are videos for acrylics, it's by like the same 3 people, I've noticed. So, or that I watch anyway. So I kind of want to bring acrylics more into YouTube, so that's why I wanted to make this. I have no idea if I am the first person to do the 3 paint challenge. Probably not, honestly. First acrylic paint challenge, I have no idea. I didn't really look it up. I just decided let's do it. So if someone did this before me, I have no idea. So yeah, I just wanted to show that 3 colors can make a beautiful picture with shading and depth. That's pretty much why I did this. I had my dark, which was my Hooker's green. I had my light to go on top of that, which was my yellow oxide / ochre. And then I had like an accent color, which was my cadmium red deep hue. So, I mean, the red isn't really that in there with like the shading, but it's still in the picture. It's still, you know, part of the 3 colors. It still goes with the picture. It makes sense. So I figured it was okay. And I was really proud of myself because I didn't sketch it out beforehand. That's something I wish I could get more into the hang of. I didn't sketch it out first. I didn't follow any guidelines. I just sort of plopped them in. I only had my baseline to make sure it was straight across. And the one thing I wish I would have planned better was layering to add more depth. Like, in my sketchbook, I did a really good job of having the taller succulents in front and slowly getting shorter as you go toward the viewer, if you know what I mean. So I add those eventually with yellow. So anything yellow is closest to the viewer. It's in front of all those cacti in the back. So that was pretty much what I wanted to do, but I ended up just sort of doing a flat plane with a couple in the front. If I do this again, I'm probably going to do tall ones in the back first, and then just add on top of that from there. It'll make it richer, it'll make it look a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I love this piece. I am planning to frame it someday whenever I get extra money, but yeah, I am planning to frame this someday. It is exactly how I wanted. It looks exactly how I wanted. It looks so good, in my opinion. And this is when I'm starting to add the lighter bits. You can see I'm adding yellow on top of the cacti in the back. And I add mushrooms, I add succulents, and I think I added a few little itty bitty cacti. So this was the part that was mainly inspired by Iraville, because they do this, I don't know how they do it. I think they either just go around it or they use masking fluid and they rub it off and it turns into the lighter color they had underneath, and it just looks so good. And I figured I could do it with acrylics with my lighter color, so that's what I did, and I love it, and it looks amazing. I was actually thinking of maybe doing more of these and selling them, since they don't take me too long to make. After I painted it, I just went in with a micron pen. It works beautifully over dried acrylics, dried being the keyword, or else it clumps up. And yeah, it worked great. It dried right away. It didn't like stay wet because of the acrylics underneath. And it was a really easy way to add all those little spines that people don't like poking themselves with. So yeah, if you enjoyed, click that like button, comment down below, subscribe for weekly art videos on Mondays and sometimes Thursdays. If you want to do this challenge, feel free. I have no idea if I'm the first one to do this or not. If someone else has done this, please let me know. I'd love to watch it. Link it down below, whatever, and I hope you enjoyed.